Today, from Salt Lake City, Utah, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Salt Lake City Elks taking on the Columbus Aviators.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Columbus Aviators and the Salt Lake City Elks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about story. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Taken down at the 41.
A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
7 on the carry.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
2-yard gain on
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now back to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
loss of 7 yards. And it's 4th.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So they bring out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
He'll run it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. The quarterback keeps it on the option.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw. Reuben. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Reuben over the middle, complete. That's Becker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Reuben. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
3rd and 12.
From the gun on third down. Reuben. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
In a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed at both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
down, Columbus.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
A toss play to the running back.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 9. At the 21-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Reuben. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Aviators 7, Elks nothing.
On 1st down, Reuben. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Reuben. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Reuben. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there. First down.
8-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Taken down and sacked.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Back to throw. Reuben. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Down. And 1 yard.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Gain of 12.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and...
Here's a 2nd and 7. And throw right side complete to Parker. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now he's flushed out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
The 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up
from the gun on third down. Rubin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Complete.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
25-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
25-yard line.
To throw again. Rubin stepping up. He's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
He's taken down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
3rd and 2.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Throw left side complete. It's Becker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Rubin. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 86.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And the line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
Aviators 10, Health 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There's certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Reuben. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Throwing on first down. Reuben looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Back to throw. Reuben. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
1st and 10 at the
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Rubin is going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
83. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Aviator.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
The running back, again the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drives 7 plays in length.
Elks 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rubin looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Becker. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Rubin firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments. Critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
3-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun. Rubin, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
25-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st down, Rubin. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Rubin. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
To try here for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. That time a 9-play drive. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll buy some time right.
The quarterback on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And he will have a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. first and 10. Reuben, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The tackle made.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, Reuben throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Reuben looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Reuben going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2.
Here's second and 8. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And again this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Running back again.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset, and they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Running back.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That penalty is declined.
Today's final score.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Columbus, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.